Onorevole Corbett.
It's increasingly obvious to all that the negotiations are not proceeding as fast as they should and have no chance or little chance of reaching the stage of being able to move on to the second phase. It's also growing increasingly obvious to everyone where the blame lies for this. The chaos, the confusion and the divisions within the British government. A government which is now a minority government, having lost an election on a platform of going for a particular form of Brexit that the public did not support. Mr Barnier will recall the very first meeting of the negotiations. 1 year after the referendum, the British government did not put a single position paper on the table at that meeting. And here we are, 6 months after triggering Article 50, we have no agreement on the issues in the first phase of those negotiations, despite David Davis, rightly or wrongly, accepting the sequencing that was proposed for those negotiations. This is just not good enough. Now, the motion for resolution before Parliament hopes that progress can still be achieved by the next meeting of the European Council, only 2 weeks away. There is indeed another negotiating round. I suppose this hope is based on the fact that maybe after the Conservative Party conference has finished this week, there may be some movement in the Conservative government. I would say, don't count on it. Mrs May's Florence speech was not so much to improve and clarify her positioning for the negotiations with the 27, it was to improve her negotiating position within the British Conservative Party, and it has clearly failed even to do that. They are still at loggerheads, they are still divided, and sometimes I wonder whether they don't even want to move on to the second phase of the negotiations because they do not yet know what kind of relationship they want to secure for the future. They're still too split, they are still at loggerheads, and there is still no clarity on that from the British government. Thank you very much.